We came in 1984 here, right, to pay for a new son he had. Well, I guess you're welcome, everybody. I mean, all right. Now, as Mom mentioned, Dad has been doing this for a long, long time. So many students have come through his band room doors. It'd literally be impossible to remember everyone, or would it? All right, well, I'd like to call this portion of the game, or the show, Guess the Drum Major. Now, I'm pretty monotonous and would make a terrible game show host. Luckily, I've recruited some help. Please welcome your host for Guess the Drum Major, all the way from New Jersey 101.5 headquarters, Chief Meteorologist Dan Zarrow.
All right. Wasn't to become a weatherman, game show host would be a great career, so I am very excited, I'm thrilled, I'm honored to be here tonight for a little bit of payback for every time that we were pop quizzed with a musical scale, and for every time that this man said one more time. I have a wonderful group of band alumni backstage who are just dying to see you again, Mr. Bud. So, how this works, if you've seen similar game shows on TV, you don't win anything. You win the pride of knowing your band family that well. If you don't guess correctly, it'll probably be just as much fun. So I have a warm-up round. Okay, this is actually not a drum major. This is just the practice round to see how this goes. And my warm-up guest is your microphone on and ready to go back there?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so mystery guest, I guess we'll call you mystery guest number 0. If you could please warm us up by sharing some of your favorite memories from the marching band field.
Some of my favorite memories from the marching band field include being pied in my face after performing a wonderful solo at championships,
pied in the face,
parachuting in with my entire section at the start of another show another year.
Parachuting in, very interesting. That could be a lot of band alumni. And just to clarify, mystery guest warm-up person, what instrument did you play?
I played the tuba.
The tuba. I think Mr. Bud has a guess. Who is our warm-up mystery guest, Mr. Bud?
Florida.
So far, so good?
Mr. Charlie Weber.
Chuck Weber, class of 2002. Chuck is actually going to be my Ed McMahon, my co-host for the remainder of the show here.
Chuck, when he graduated college, well, first of all, he went to Lebanon Valley College, and you were riding your bicycle up to the TV.
Yes, that is correct.
And you also, as I followed his career, joined Strictly Brothers in Daily Circus, and you lived on the circus train for 3 or 4 years?
4.5 years.
4.5 years, and you had my daughter Cece win a painting because you rigged the elephant contest.
No, that was Girl Art Sheila.
Oh!
It was just a coincidence that she happened to be there.
You're the lady at Walt Disney World in Florida.
Yes, that is correct.
And you're in charge of that.
Yes.
So when I come down and visit you, you can change all the colors to red and black.
Yes. I do come bearing a gift of a flamingo.
Now, I can't promise that every single one of our mystery guests is going to either come out with a flamingo or have their entire life story told by Mr. Bud, but we'll see what we can do here.
Just hear from your law like many of the other ones.
Speaking of which,
we have 3 girls in the back of the room that came to my house about 15 years ago. Come here, ladies, because I spotted them, and stole a pink flamingo from my yard. Okay? This pink flamingo, and they sent me pictures, went to Las Vegas, it went to Idaho, It went to France. It even was, Rebecca, wasn't it at your wedding? They took pictures in her wedding dress with my flamingo, Freddie, that you stole. You can keep him. These things are a good investment. Let me tell you. You can take them anywhere.
Mr. Bud stealing his own show here. Mr. Bud does know a little something about photography. You may not know this, but he is the unofficial freelance photographer for Town Square Media, New Jersey. At least once a week, my weather blog on NJ1015.com is featuring his photo from somewhere along the Jersey Shore. So I look forward to many more of those in retirement, Bud. Okay, mystery guest, what are you doing with yourself since the Jackson Jaguar Band?
I'm a college student.
College student, so I take it you're a recent graduate.
Why, yes.
Okay. Now, as many of you know, Bud's family of band members has had many sets of siblings over the years, so I think it's fair to ask, have you had any siblings in the band?
Indeed.
Two. Two of them. So we have a trio. Now, hang on a second. I got to get through the questions here, or else... All right, so let me ask you this, mystery guest number one. What made Mr. Bud such a great teacher?
Yes. Well, he made everything so fun and so rewarding. And also, I'd like to share a memory.
Yes.
Of those wonderful, wonderful acorn fights. Those were fun.
Every good teacher should participate in acorn fights. So, Mr. Bud, our first mystery guest drum major, do you have a guess?
Mr. Ed Gillespie.
Is it Eddie Gillespie, class of 2013? Well, how would I know that? All right.
Now, the Gillespie family was here, how many years? 12 years? Between your sisters? Yeah. 12 years? Oh. I remember when you were in diapers.
You knew what you were getting yourself into when you agreed to participate in this. All right. So we've got a perfect score going so far. A+. Let's see if we keep it going. Oh, by the way, just like on Jeopardy, these are going to get harder as we go along because they go back in time. No more recent grads here. All right. So mystery guest number 2, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's start with a favorite memory of yours, of either the Jaguar Marching Band or of Mr. Bud.
I have to give it an honorable mention as well.
Go for it.
We played at the premiere for 42nd Street, my freshman year, and I do remember seeing Mr. Bud and Mr. Majoris try really hard to not laugh when they saw Monica Lewinsky walking up the red carpet as we were playing. I remember playing a couple wrong notes in the process, but that's our honorable mention. I also remember my senior year, Bud getting so angry during a rehearsal that he threw his big gulp drink off of the top of the cherry picker.
Oh my God.
And then said he was leaving rehearsal, but the cherry picker was all the way up, so the field sat in silence as the thing very slowly went all the way down. And then he stormed off. I swear it was silent until he was all the way back to the band room. And we sat there and we were like, I guess we should keep rehearsing the closer.
That's good. All right, so what would you say, mystery guest number 2, what is the biggest influence that Mr. Bud had on you?
Bud introduced me to drum and bugle corps. His history, dating back all the way to the 1970s with Santa Clara Vanguard, really got me started. I spent 4 years marching, of actually teaching. But he also taught me how to arrange for both band and different types of ensembles, which I do to this day.
And I think a very important final question, what is your current occupation?
Assistant band director.
Mr. Bud?
Mr. Mark Figueroa, Toms River East High School band director.
Is it Mark? It is!
And he still rolls his feet to this day. He still rolls his feet. Yeah, very good.
All right, next up, mystery guest number 3. You ready? All right. First question, just to get a sense of what era we're talking about. Remember, we take another step back in time. What would you say is your favorite Jaguar marching band show that you participated in?
Well, I really enjoyed learning how to goose step, but I have to say my favorite show was Send in the Clowns.
Send in the Clowns, okay. Is there any specific memory of Mr. Bud that sticks out in your mind that you'd like to share with everyone?
When you ask me that question, the only thing I can think of is Mr. Bud at band camp with an umbrella hat on.
Somehow I can picture that very well in my mind, actually. All right, so why are you here tonight to wish Mr. Bud off to retirement?
Well, I've seen Mr. Bud several times over the last few years. I was an assistant band director a couple times in both Howell and Park Ridge, and I've also followed his passion in teaching, and that's why I'm here tonight.
And final question, again appropriate because of the band's history. Have you had any siblings in the Jackson Jaguar Marching Band?
Yes, I've had 2.
All right. Mr. Bud?
Can you ask her another question?
You can go off the board and ask your own question if you'd like. Sure.
What was the show you were drum major of?
I think we stumped him.
No, let's see.
It was...
Send in the Clowns.
That wasn't where I was drum major. I had a nice solo in that, though. That's why I liked it.
Ooh.
I knew this would
I should
get
say I
harder
was
as we go
part of
along.
a group of soloists.
Should we maybe...
No, because Todd Porter was in that group, and I saw him. And let's see, you were a soloist. We probably played, what was the name of that song? Alexander Ragtime Band.
I love seeing the gears moving. This is great.
Send in the Clowns. So you were the drum major after the clown show, after my daughter fell through the bleachers. Let's see. Oh, let's see. So you were drum major. That would be, what show was that you were in?
Gaelic tribute?
Oh, this is Chuck's sister, Kelly Weber.
There you go.
Hi, Kelly. Very good.
That thought process was incredibly impressive. So Bud, if we named a random show and a random year, would you be able to name the drum major?
Maybe.
All right, well, let's move on to mystery guest number 4.
As I get older, I start to forget things.
All right, mystery guest number 4 is in place, and let's start with Mr. Bud, a great teacher.
Well, first and foremost, he was kind, and he treated you like a person, not a kid. And you just had so much respect for him that you wanted to achieve the perfection that he was striving for.
Beautiful. So I think we need to clue in a little bit more to the era here. What was the greatest accomplishment of the Jaguar Band during your time in the band?
Winning the CNBC championship.
Okay, so that places it into a little era here. There were very few CNBC championships that the band won. And one last question, do you have a favorite band memory that you'd like to share?
My favorite memories were sectional practice during band camp under the trees.
Sectionals under the trees out in back of the school, right? Mm-hmm. I think that's a memory that many of us alums have. So, Mr. Bud, what do you think? Enough clues to take a guess?
Does she have a brother?
No.
That was in the band.
That's a no. Uh-oh.
CNBC Championships was 1991, And that was Mike Lacey and Tammy Yiser, I thought, that was drum majors. But she had a sister, so brother.
Just to be clear, the championship year was not your drum major year, correct?
Correct.
All right, so then it might have been, it was 1992. We did Fiddler on the Roof. Who was drum majors when we did Fiddler on the Roof? Or 1990. One more, is that Lauren D'Angelo? No.
Is that an official guess?
Wait, keep talking. That sounds like Lauren D'Angelo. Is that Lauren D'Angelo?
It's an official guest, is it? It is!
Lauren D'Angelo!
Nicely done.
Wow. It's unfortunate she liked the Boston Patriots, New England Patriots all these years, right? You still like them? I always killed her because I wanted to be a Giants fan. All right.
So, Mr. Budd, these have gotten kind of difficult as we've gone along. I see the gears turning, but they need to turn longer and longer. I don't know if it's because we're going further back in time or you're getting further into your retirement, but one or the other here.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the challenge.
All right, we got one more mystery guest. They are at the microphone. Mystery guest number 5. Let's start by zoning in what decade you graduated.
Well, that would be the 80s.
The 1980s. So one of Bud's very first students here at Jackson Memorial High School. So mystery guest, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a mom, and I am very active in my church. That's what I've been doing all these years.
Mom, maybe zone in the ages.
I have a child in college, and I have another child here at Jackson Memorial.
Oh, a Jaguar. Are they in the band?
No.
All right. We almost had a second generation.
Throw her out
We
of
tried.
here.
So I think it's fair to say that you've been a lifelong fan of Bud's career and his bandsmanship, not just as a student, but now also as a parent at the school.
Absolutely.
So tell us, why are you here tonight to wish Mr. Bud off into retirement?
We go way back, and I have very fond memories of my time in the band. I was new to Jackson, and it was a place where I could fit in. It was my niche. We could always go to the band office if class got too boring.
I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah, you're going to get fired, right.
And he's a special guy. And everybody that knows him and has come across his time here at Jackson Memorial knows that.
Hear, hear. Any clues? Any idea?
I would say either 1985 or 86. Let me think. Am I close?
You're close.
Okay. I would say that would be Kelly Dolan of the 1986 Jaguar Band drum major.
Let's see. Class of 87, but close enough. There you go.
Nice. 86. How many years ago was that?
87.
87? I thought Lauren was 89. Okay, 86, 87. Okay.
Well, I'm impressed, I have to say. He got all 6 of our mystery guests correct. Hey! And you get the grand prize, Mr. Bud. You don't have to go to work on Monday. Hey! On a more serious note, I just want to comment that, we heard a lot of great stories from our former drum majors, and thank you for sharing. We heard some great stories of parachutes and pies from our friend Chuck. And I think a lot of what everybody has said really resonates with all band alumni. We all remember sectionals under the trees and Mr. Bud throwing occasional hissy fits and and learning a lot about music and about life from this band. So again, it's been my honor to host. Thank you again to all of our mystery guests, and on behalf of all of us, Mr. Bud, congratulations and enjoy your retirement.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys.